Hey everyone, welcome back to WWE Universe. My name is Jitch and you are watching ECW. We are just over a week away from TLC, where the ECW Championship will be on the line. A little bit of a mixed reception here for Mason Ryan. Some people really felt something for the guy when he was kicked to the curb by Mr. McMahon and very quickly picked up by Ted DiBiase. Could this be the start of a beautiful alliance? Well, we're not too sure, but one thing we do know for sure is this man decided to take it upon himself to have a little bit of a stare down with Brodus Clay following his victory over Husky Harris last week. Which brings us to tonight, where these two are going to go one-on-one with each other. Two absolute powerhouses. No pun intended there. Big man Brodus Clay coming on down representing the powerhouse, and this is not the last we'll be seeing of the powerhouse tonight, as our main event, Kane is going to return to competition here tonight. He is going to compete in a Contenders match. The Big Show is currently unable to compete, so he will not be getting his rematch until at least the Royal Rumble. But tonight, we're going to see if Kane can earn himself a shot at the ECW Championship, or if one of the Powerhouse's very own will be the next in line for Jack Swagger's ECW Championship, as Kane takes on Vladimir Kozlov in a big-time main event. What? She's so tiny. What? I'm just gonna pretend that didn't just happen. Okay. Mason Ryan. Two big men with a lot of potential in this ring right now. One who's just been dropped by Mr. McMahon, the other who is literally his replacement in the powerhouse. It's no surprise that there would be some kind of confrontation between these two. But what's it all going to lead to? What does it all mean? Is Mason Ryan going to start seeing some success now that he's no longer under the thumb of Mr. McMahon? Ted DiBiase doesn't appear to be out here and in support of his buddy Mason Ryan tonight, but then I suppose Mason Ryan is the hired security of Ted DiBiase. He is not, you know, vice versa. They're not necessarily friends. It's more the fact that DiBiase wanted some protection, so he took on someone who was in need. Mason Ryan catches him with a nice suplex. Coming up next here tonight on ECW, though, the Hardcore Championship is on the line. You guys voted for it. I guess you didn't really like seeing them team up with each other, because you put Goldust against one of his two partners from a couple weeks ago, Cody Rhodes. That's pretty trashy of you. You should all be very ashamed. Trying to make friends, and you go and tear them apart like that. It's sick. Shame on you all.
And there's a kick out with authority from Big Brodus Clay. What a punch!
I'll say Mason Ryan, he's done alright in these first couple minutes of this match. Could this be a turning point for Brodus Clay? No. Submission holds rarely are. You have to work down an opponent before you lock in one of those. You can't just go for one. You're basically saying, hey, you take control of the match. Oh, okay, Mason Ryan trying one himself. I mean, he's definitely worked Brodus over a little bit more, but of course, Brodus with the exact same move that Mason Ryan did to him. And yeah, he's keeping his hands off, don't you worry. Hands are off the merchandise. Boy, he looks sad. Oh, and you can see why. Next week on ECW, we hit 100 episodes in Season 2 of the series. Nothing really special, admittedly, to celebrate that. I'm going to be completely, brutally honest with you. It will just be a standard episode of ECW. But I just felt like mentioning that we've hit 100 episodes in WWE 12 Season 2. That's what the 2 in 12 actually stands for. See, the 1 stands for the fact that we're in the 2010s. And the 2 stands for Season 2. And obviously in 11 it stood for the first season, the first episode. Yep, that's what it means. It's going to be enough to get the job done. Mason Ryan looking pretty desperate. Brodus Clay's been a big deal in joining the powerhouse. He seems to be awfully sluggish today.
Big move coming. Boy, Mason Ryan is downright scary when he gets like this. Hey. Oh man, he landed right on his neck from that German suplex.
He's playing to the crowd a little bit. Mason Ryan's probably enjoying the freedom from McMahon's orders just a little bit. That's the move Batista does in the corner that I was talking about in the last match. In Batista's match on Raw, I mean. That's the move. That's the one that I was like, oh, I swear I've seen him do that a lot, but he never seems to have it in the game. Of course his clone does, though.
Mason Ryan. The big man's down.
Brodus is taking a beating in this match so far. This is a very different Mason Ryan to the guy suffering losses to the recently released Chavo Guerrero that we were seeing before. Okay, that was impressive. One punch is all it took to send him out of the ring. Good reversal. Brodus seems to be in a lot of trouble right now. I gotta say, Mason Ryan's really held his own in this match, and it's good to see. Brodus Clay. Oh, he got him! And the big side slam. Is that going to be enough to beat Brodus Clay? That would be incredible. Wow. Well, Mr. McMahon's going to be livid at that one. Mason Ryan picking up a victory over his own replacement in the powerhouse. Perhaps the biggest in his life. No, I'd say this is probably one of Mason Ryan's biggest victories, to be honest. It's finally turning things around. Merry Christmas, Mason Ryan. I mean, we still got like 2 more weeks until that, but Merry Christmas, Mason Ryan. He's finally seeing things on the up and up. I swear to God, if this cutscene that's about to play involves Layla, it is getting skipped so hard. Yeah, okay. We're not doing a Layla story on ECW. Sorry, but no. I don't know what's so dashing about him, but Cody Rhodes is in action here tonight. He's finally getting a championship opportunity since coming to ECW, being voted into this hardcore championship match. And I gotta say once again, you know, that he was looking at potentially making a new tag team partner, a new ally in Goldust and Mick Foley, and you guys just had to put them against each other. Always putting people that they're associated with against you. You get the chance, you do it. You can tell me I'm wrong, but you do. There's a history of it. In fact, there's a entire deleted series where many hardcore title defenses were just tag team partners being voted against each other. Oh, Goldust carrying that hardcore championship down to the ring. This is his first title defense. He's held that championship for almost a month. Obviously, that's kind of the negatives of me recording so far in advance, is I get a lot of episodes that I can post, so the series becomes a lot more consistent. But in doing so, sorry. In doing so, we end up kind of suffering a little bit in the sense of, like, I can't take votes as easily. Admittedly, not that many people voted for the Hardcore Championship anyway. They had 2 for Cody and 1 for Husky, and I think that was it. It's good to see Goldust with the championship again. Let's hope that this doesn't come to an end so very soon. I don't know why I said again, this is the first time we've won a championship. Of course I have it. Can be happy for people. Alright.
That's what it's all about. That's the prize they're going after right there. Here's the bell, and it's time to get extreme.
Ooh, Cody very quick. I mean, when I think Hardcore Championship, I gotta be honest, I definitely don't think Cody Rhodes or Goldust. I'm not really sure who I think, to be honest, on the current roster when I think Hardcore Championship. 2-time Hardcore Champion Mick Foley. Maybe Husky Harris. That guy seems to be a little bit on the freaky side every now and then. Not really sure.
Again, this is for the Hardcore Championship. Goldust, one of the most bizarre superstars in the WWE.
Vladimir Kozlov's really made a name for himself as a hardcore champion in the past. First ever.
With the championship at stake, you know
Held it for 90 days.
everything they have to win here
Definitely the most successful hardcore title reign we've seen so far.
Let me tell you what a rotten kid Cody Rhodes was growing up. When he was 8 years old, he told his mom he wanted a dog for Christmas. And she said, no, you'll have turkey like everybody else. It looks like Goldust is expressing himself here.
He does do that. Goldust does express himself. That is a known Goldust trait.
Look at this move. They have him here. Whoa! And he fights his way out. And he's checking under the apron for somebody that can aid him in this no disqualification match.
Of course, anything is legal
What a night it's been so far, but
in a hardcore championship match.
events still to come.
Whoa, that's not what I meant to do at all. Oh, that's also not what I meant. Oh, that's fine. It's fine. It's alright.
Many men. But then again, Goldust is a bit different than most men. Yeah, but he's one of the toughest superstars in WWE.
Keep pressing the pin button and it just picks him up.
Oh, look at this.
I played like a match in 2K15 earlier today.
The Hardcore Championship is on the line.
I was experimenting my ways of recording that. I'm really planning that far in advance. I don't know why. I've got a very long way to go with that one. I realized just yesterday that I missed out on picking up all the DLC for 2K15. I bought the season pass, so I've got all the characters from that, which is the majority of the roster, to be fair. There's a hell of a lot of characters in the season pass. On PS4 this is, which is the only console I really own a physical copy of 2K15 on anymore. But I bought the season pass on that one, and
And Rhodes kicks out.
Yeah, I'm missing the NXT and WCW pack, and I want the NXT pack because I really like the Ascension, and you know, we could really use Emma. We need extra women. There's only like 8 in that game. So I had a look, and yeah, I'm missing the NXT pack, but I've got all the showcases on PS4. So I thought, okay, what about on my old Xbox One account? I'm sure a used copy of 2K15 wouldn't be too hard to find. And I do have the NXT pack, but I don't have the WCW pack. So I looked at the characters in the WCW pack, and I was kind of like, I don't really care that much if I have them or not. There's not really anyone in it that, like, I could see myself using very much. I'm not really a Finlay fan. I'm probably going to, I'm definitely going to use William Regal over Lord Steven. Bam Bam's cool, but I just don't really, I mean, I would use him, absolutely, but, like, I don't know, he's not like a must. Who else was in that? Lex Luger, you know, he was in the last season, so it'd be kind of cool to bring him back, but I know he's in other games too, it's not a big deal, like, we can live a year without him, you know, he's not exactly, he's probably a mid-carder at best, in my series. The only one that's kind of a big loss really is Diamond Dallas Page. I do like Diamond Dallas Page, but again, I can really live without him, so I was like, okay, well, the Xbox One's an option. That's what I originally had 2K15 on, but initially I got rid of the Xbox One, so I got rid of my 2K15 and 16. I think those were the only ones I had on Xbox One. But I realized I have 2K15 on PC, and the PC one came with all of the DLC, so I was having a little play around with that earlier, and I was like, oh wow, yeah, it's got all the DLC on it. Everyone's here. I'm not missing anyone, it doesn't matter, so I can just do it on PC. But then I realized that my PC's not perfect, and whilst it can play the game perfectly, it does lag a little when I'm recording it, and I just completely spoke over that match. Whoops. Whilst it does lag a little bit whilst I'm recording it, I could probably work around that. I could probably just lower some settings and stuff to make it work. But then I thought, well, okay, I've got to try and be a bit realistic. You know, I like doing multi-man matches. How does it run a 6-man match? So I did a 6-man ladder match, and I got like 30 frames. It went from 60 to 30. It was bad. And that was where I was like, okay, gonna have to get it on Xbox One again and just play it that way. So, you know, there's that. I mean, I might get a graphics card update by then. We're talking like 3 more games. I'll continue this ramble in a moment. Anyway, up next, Kane goes one-on-one with Vladimir Kozlov in a Contenders match for the ECW Championship. This is an interesting one. What does McMahon want more? Does he want a member of the Powerhouse facing off against his beloved new champion, Jack Swagger? Or does he want the man who he just set aside, Kane, to be the contender to Jack Swagger? Because at least then it's opposition and he's not putting his own guys against each other. This is tough, but hey, he wanted the World Championship in his faction. He's now got to deal with the fact that there's going to have to be contenders for that championship. Just weird as the announcers seem really quiet this time around. Anyway, Vladimir Kozlov coming on down to the ring. He's a big angry boy, and he wants an ECW title shot. See, that's the thing. You know, everyone's in it for themselves in the end, and Vladimir Kozlov, this is his first opportunity at an ECW Championship match. If he beats Kane tonight, he gets that ECW Championship opportunity. He gets to go to TLC and face Jack Swagger, and I think he won't hold back. Oh boy. Well, I guess it's of absolutely no surprise that now that he's been unmasked, oh sorry, now that he's been tossed aside by Mr. McMahon, he's also had his mask taken away from him once again. We all know that Kane, he's a mysterious man who seems to channel some kind of power through what he's wearing near enough. It's like it possesses him. There's some real mystery to that mask. Not necessarily the clothes, it's just the mask. But looks like he's lost his identity once again and been cast aside by McMahon. I mean, he's still Kane in the end. He's still a hell of a guy. But so is Kozlov. This one's going to be big. Anyway, to continue my ramble I was going on, because you were all so worried that I wasn't going to, I know. So I thought I'd just spare you all the concern and let you know that yes, I'm going to carry on rambling about future games. 2K15. So yes, the consensus on that is, at the moment, it's going to be that I'm going to have to pick it up on Xbox One again, and play a year's worth on that. It's not really my ideal. I really don't like the Xbox One very much. It's such a slow console, a lot of crashes. I've tried all kinds of things to like fix it and speed it up, but it seems like it's just a common thing, despite like 5 or 6 people I've met in my life. But I've seen several hundred forum posts and stuff posting about the fact that it's just a slow ass console, and even the One X is just a really fucking slow console. So, I don't know, I'm not thrilled at the idea of having to play it on Xbox One. Really, I like to keep what I play on that to a minimum. But I will if it comes down to that, and if there's nothing else I can do. But I'm hoping to eventually upgrade the computer. I mean, it's not bad for those that know computers. It's like a 750, a GTX 750 Ti, I think is the graphics card I've got. It's not bad. It's above the recommended for 2K15, as you'd expect, because 2K15 is kind of old. It's just the idea of recording and having multiple people in the match that makes it slow. And I know I could just probably lower the crowd density or something, but I'll see what I can do. I'll look into that a little more. As for 2K16 though, now this is where we get the real problem. This is why I'm leaning towards just getting 15 on the Xbox One. I might as well get used to the Xbox One, because I didn't buy 2K16 on PS4 for a very long time, and I never bought any of the DLC on PS4 for 2K16, and it's no longer available. Everything up to 17, I think, including 17, isn't available anymore. They took down, like... Because 11's DLC was still available for quite a while. That's how I was able to buy it when I was doing the 11 series. And 12's DLC was still available too when I started 11. I had a look through all the games just out of curiosity, and every single bit of DLC was available for every wrestling game from 11 through to, well, the current ones. Like, it was all there. There was like the odd thing that was missing. I think 13 was missing, I can't even remember now. Like some random stuff, like some Stone Cold attire and some CM Punk attire and stuff. And 14's, you could only get it all together in the season pass. Like, none of it was, like, individually available. They must have been in the process of taking it down when I bought 11's, honestly. I must have just gotten lucky. Because I know it was, like, last year that it was all taken off from all the posts I've seen online about it. Sorry, I'm just trying to like talk and play at the same time. You know, as a YouTuber, you'd think that'd be easy, but it's not. But yeah, so 16's, I never managed to get any of the DLC, so I don't actually have a single piece of DLC for 16. Now, admittedly, when we talk about PlayStation, I do have. I bought it because it was like on sale for like £5, and initially it was like 70. I bought the complete edition of 16 off the PS Store like several years ago. Just for the hell of it, because I say it was reduced so drastically. I was like, yeah, why not? So I do have all the DLC for 16 on PS3, not PS4, but the moment I can get off of PS3 and 360 and move to the current gen, I will, because the gameplay improves like 2000% in my opinion. I don't like this style of gameplay very much. You know, the whole no selling, everything's like kind of shiny, but kind of not. It almost looks like cartoony in terms of graphics and stuff. Like, it's not as pretty, and there's just no selling at all. Matches always have the exact same flow to them, no matter how I play it. It's always the same. yeah, it's the epics are just different once you move to 2K15 on current gen, so that's why I'll definitely be doing it regardless. Ooh. Yeah, so I just thought I'd mention the 16 because I thought it was funny. But for 16, I don't have any of the DLC. I don't have it available, and I don't own that one on Steam either, so I couldn't do that one on PC anyway. But I do own all of the DLC, everything to do with 16 on 360. So it looks like my arm's kind of not 360, Xbox One. So it looks like my arm's kind of twisted, and that's why I'm thinking, yeah, I'll probably just get 15 on Xbox One, and we'll just live without the WCW characters, and then we'll have everyone in 16. It's a long-ass ramble, I know, but I was curious about it, and it means, basically, what I've now learned, because I never bought the DLC for 19, I got a WrestleMania edition of 18, because I took a very, very, very long break from wrestling games, as you probably may remember. So I didn't buy 18 when it came out, but I bought it kind of close to when 19 was coming out, and they'd released a WrestleMania edition. Apparently it was a UK exclusive, and it came with all the DLC in a nice, pretty purple packaging. It was really cool. I really liked it, and I got it for £20, I think. And as I say, all the DLC, everything. So that was really cool. So I've got all the DLC covered for every game heading up to 18, but once it gets to 19, I never bought a single thing. So I should probably do that before it gets delisted, because I have a feeling it's going to any day now. I feel like they're going to stay on top of the whole licensing stuff and making sure to take them down in time. So yeah, this is basically me saying on camera that if in like 15 years time, when I finally reach W2K19, if I don't have the DLC characters, you can refer to this video and what an idiot I am for having never bought it when I said I really should have. There you go. Enjoy. Oh my god, he's doing the Archer. That's not your finisher, Kozlov.
This could do it. 1, 2.
Kane managing to kick out just about. Kane's taking some serious punishment in this match. Don't. Okay, thank you. I don't mind Kozlov winning. I don't want him to win off of a silly little falling headbutt thing. Why is it that the AI gets momentum so much faster than me, by the way? I feel like they barely do anything and they get a finisher, yet I can dominate a whole match and my momentum's just not gone up. Seems really off. He's gonna pin off of that again, isn't he?
Kozlov is just focused on destruction.
I want a finisher. Give me a finisher.
What's he planning here?
Every time I get a signature, they just run out of the ring. It's such stupid AI. Well, Brodus Clay has decided to make his presence felt in this ECW Championship Contenders match. McMahon probably panicking, but Kane was managing to fight back after everything Kozlov had thrown at him. Okay. Gotta get him out of here.
He's got him down for the pin. Turn around, ref.
Backdrop. Kane going in for another pin. I think he knows that as long as Brodus Clay is out here, he is not getting that victory. And now that Brodus Clay's out of here, What better time? Referee, come on. And Kane is heading to TLC, where he will face Jack Swagger for the ECW Championship. Professional material. The hell did I do? Well, Kane is victorious. He's gotten a little bit of vengeance on the Powerhouse and Mr. McMahon, and I feel like Kozlov's now going to have a price to pay for not getting the job done, even with the help of Brodus Clay. Either way, it looks like Kane is destined for an ECW title match. And God, I love freezing on his face. Every time, it never disappoints. When you get an ECW title shot and your opponent is Jack Swagger. Am I right, boys? I'll see you guys this Friday at SmackDown. Bye.